What is up? What is up? What is up? What's going on, everybody?
Guys, there's a lot. There's a lot happening right now. In the news, anyway. Hey, good evening. You know what? Let's get into some faith and focus, where we just don't talk the news, we talk truth. I'm your boy Aviator Q, and I'm going to bring you tonight's headlines with a little bit of perspective, passion, and purpose. So we're going to get right into it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we got some government and politics that I want to talk about. Here's the deal, the Senate shutdown deal. After weeks of tension, the Senate is moving forward on a deal to end the government shutdown. And here's the good news. It's bipartisan. Both parties are finally working together to get Americans paid and public services running again. I mean, as believers, this is something that we should celebrate. Unity over ego. Remember Psalms 133. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. Man, may our leaders keep that same energy once the cameras are off, though. And that's the key thing. Like, there's gonna be hate coming. I already see that one dude, Harry Sasson on X, just instead of taking a win, he's just immediately talking crap. That dude needs to be visited by God. All right, here's some moves that the Trump administration is up to. You know, he's rolling out some pretty big headlines. He's urging states to tighten food stamp access, proposing direct cash payments for healthcare and tariff dividends, and making history as the first sitting president since 1978 to attend an NFL game. Now, some people cheered, others booed, but here's the takeaway. Every administration reminds us of how divided our nation can be, yet how powerful prayer still is. 1 Timothy 2 calls us to pray for all those in authority, so that we may have and live peaceful and godly lives.
That's not a suggestion, it's a command.
So, how many people on the left and the right are praying for your leadership? Just think about it. You can hold leaders accountable all day, but how many of you are praying for them? Down in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott just kicked off his campaign for a record fourth term. He's focusing on property tax reform and economic growth. Whether you agree with him or not, the Bible says leadership is stewardship and accountability always matters. So again, are we praying for our leadership? I think that's the big thing. In crime and public safety, unfortunately and tragically, a Brooklyn firefighter passed away. It's a tragedy in New York. It's the fire department firefighter Patrick Brady passed away after suffering a medical emergency while fighting a 5-alarm blaze in Brooklyn. This man gave his life in service, and Jesus said it best in John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for friends. Let's lift his family and every first responder in prayer tonight. What a tragic thing, but he died a hero. And he died doing the Lord's work. He laid his life down, maybe not for someone he knew, but a friend, someone in the community. Unfortunately, in Chicago, where I'm from, federal agents came under fire during an immigration operation, sparking a citywide manhunt. And in Lake Elsinore, deputies are searching for a gunman involved in a deadly shooting. Church, this is where we remember violence isn't just a crime issue, it's a heart issue. Only the Prince of Peace can fix what laws cannot. It's tragic. Listen, whether you agree with immigration or you don't, I guess the tactics the immigration folks are, La Migra, the things that they're doing, whether you agree with their tactics or not, they're in positions of authority, positions of power, and they're going to be held accountable. But what we should do, because it's a hard issue on how they approach their job, it's a hard issue. The church needs to rise up and pray. We need to rise up and pray. Because, I mean, just with the faith of a mustard seed, you can just move mountains. So you can move that heart. You can move those hearts. They can do their job with compassion. Now, when they come under fire and they're getting threatened, then they have every right to defend themselves, because these first responders are human beings. They want to go home to their mamas, their wives, their kids. So for someone to shoot at someone for just doing their job, that is unacceptable. It's nonsense. I don't care. There's no way to spin that whatsoever. We're not living in a society where that should be normalized. Across the country, headlines remind us why discernment matters. A former state lawmaker who once made history as a transgender representative has pleaded guilty to child sex abuse charges. A teenager is being tried as an adult after a violent screwdriver attack in a Maryland mall. And health officials have warned families after ByHeart baby formula tested positive for botulism causing bacteria. I mean, these stories shake us, but they also call us back to prayer and vigilance. In a world where morality blurs, God's truth has to stay and must remain crystal clear. And you got some sports and entertainment coming up. The Los Angeles Rams, man, they're on fire. 4 straight wins after taking down the 49ers 42-26. Meanwhile, Trump's NFL appearance sparked national debate, cheers, boos, endless media clips, and comedian Nikki Glaser raised eyebrows on Saturday Night Live with a monologue that crossed more than a few lines. But here's the reality. Culture reflects what it celebrates. As Christians, we're called out not to cancel people, but to represent Christ well wherever culture goes sideways. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame had a thing today, or, it's a brighter note. It was a star-studded night at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Soundgarden, Cyndi Lauper, and Outkast all took home honors. A reminder that art and talent are God-given, but purpose comes from the Creator himself. So while these characters and these people, these musicians have these accolades here on earth, are they truly honoring the God that gave them that gift? And I have to wonder about that. Are they truly honoring their Creator? Or are they honoring their chosen God, little g, for money? Science has also made some headlines. A new study suggests that your morning coffee might actually help prevent irregular heartbeats. So yes, go ahead and sip that latte with gratitude. Guys, if you're a specific person in the military, usually with a mustache, a couple dots on your chest, you're going to enjoy the fact that your heartbeats aren't going to miss a beat because you're drinking coffee all the time. Meanwhile, NASA's Mars probe launch aboard Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket was delayed due to weather. Proof that even rocket scientists answer to God's schedule. I think that's pretty cool. In economy and business, the FAA just rolled out new restrictions on private aircraft at major airports, hoping to reduce congestion. On Wall Street, Palantir dropped, Expedia jumped, and travel chaos kept investors on edge. Remember, markets rise and fall, but our provision comes from above. Philippians 4:19, my God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory. Some other notables, author Salman Rushdie, or Rushdie, however you want to pronounce it, received the Dayton Peace Prize for a lifetime achievement. Florida welcomed the season with full-blown Santa parade in Sarasota, fireworks, floats, and families lining the streets, and today marks 50 years since the tragic loss of Edmund Fitzgerald, one of the most famous shipwrecks in Great Lakes history. So, remembering that, you can see the fragility of life. So,
Tonight, before we start gaming, as headlines rise and fall, let's remember our hope doesn't come from government deals, stock markets, or stadium cheers. Our hope is anchored in Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever. Stay informed, stay prayerful, and above all, stay grounded in truth. This is your boy Aviator Q, faith and focus. Until next time, keep your eyes on the kingdom and your heart on the mission. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay, guys. Somebody let me know if the music is too loud. I don't know if the music is too loud. Faith and focus. Until next time, keep your eyes on the kingdom and your heart on the mission. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay, guys. Somebody let me know if the music is too loud. I think that's better. The music is too loud. Somebody let me know if the music is too loud. I think that's better. The music is too loud. I think that's gonna be better right there. We're gonna get into some gameplay, guys. It has been a minute. Yeah, someone drop a like. Let me know you're watching. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna have some fun, guys. If you want to talk about some of the stuff I talked about, man, knock yourself out. Let's get a good conversation going. All right, should I snipe? I'll snipe. I don't even know where anybody's at. That's crazy.
Tackle, deploy counter UAV. Tackle,
Ooh. Ouch.
enemy UAV in there.
I wish this guy wouldn't. Oh, that was rough. Alright, guys, I'm a little off.
Enemy trophy system removed.
I wish you would stop doing that.
Establish hardbound station. Strategic bomber in the overhead.
Fucking sticky.
Admiral authorizing dreadnought mission.
Keep running in the wrong direction.
No medals for second place. Crush those dirtbags. TACOM, commence HARP overflight.
Jeez.
Requesting CUAV above. Requesting recon above.
Scanning with scout pulse. Firing arc angle.
CIA
That was not good.
Damn right. Mess with
Like-
the figures, get your ass buried.
That was kind of crappy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see anybody at all. I mean, that was terrible. 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 I think I want to connect. Account settings. Streaming services. YouTube. I wonder if there's... Okay, I have YouTube selected. I want to add another one. I wish they would be able to add Rumble to that. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Add Rumble to that. I don't think it's possible. What's good? What's good? I have to be selective now where I stream. I'm not going to stream on Facebook anymore. I got too many people on Facebook. And then, I mean, on Twitter, that was fun, but you know, now they want you to get a premium account to stream on Twitter. I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know how realistic, and I stopped using Restream, stopped paying for that to a degree. I'm using their free service now, because it was an investment. I tried to come out and, you know, do something great, but it just didn't work. It did not work. And that's okay. That is okay.